Hi everyone, my name is Linda Gundo. I am the CEO and founder of Linda's Perfection Creations, a event planning and wedding decor planner. I am a certified master wedding planner and a florist. As I stated in my last video, I'm going to continue my topic on my business, how I got started, and how it transitioned into what it is now. When you first start a business, things don't always go the way it's supposed to go. You don't always reach that level and that you think is gonna go. I remember the first wedding I ever planned. Let's just say it was one of the horriblest wedding of my career. But what I would say, as bad as that was, I learned a lot. The experiences that I learned from that wedding helped me to be the person that I am right now. It was bad. When I registered my business, I first didn't get any clients. I didn't know where the client was coming from. I registered my business in July of 2019. In March, COVID hits. As we all know, our business was catered for people being outside. And when the war stops, everything stops. So let's just say my business didn't have a fair chance. It's it's a tough journey starting a business in general, and then you add a lot of factors and layers that actually make it worse. So I got this client. She contacted me from YouTube. And for their privacies, I'm not gonna name. I'm not gonna go full details, but I'm just gonna give bits and pieces, just for their privacy. Um, they contacted me from YouTube, Google, and I would say one of the biggest mistakes that you make too as new wedding is that you just want when you somebody call you for a business, you just want it. And sometimes you don't realize that not all business are good business. But because I was so desperate for a client and I wanted to start something so bad, I took on the client even when there was all the red flags letting me know that no, 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 don't do this. Was just excited to have a client. You know, everything leading up to that moment was bad from the starts. Um, the money I actually charged a lower amount than I'm supposed to charge. I lost at that wedding majorly. But even with all of that, I still wanted to get a client. Because I feel like okay, this was time. If I get a client, this will help my business and this will help think that at least during COVID something is happening. And that was some of the reason why I took it. At that wedding, it was so bad. The bride didn't even sit in her seat. She stood up next to her groom the whole time at the table. At the sweetheart table that she said she wanted, she actually stood up. Even when it came to the first dance, I was like, are you guys gonna do your first dance? Are you guys gonna do everything? She didn't do it. It was so bad that it is I mean everything. And that was even the worst part of the wedding. The worst part of the wedding, the bride came, her wedding actually came 3 hours late to her own wedding. Every guest has arrived. The minister is asking me, where is the bride? The groom is there. And I'm calling, and she says she's on her way, she's on her way, she's on her way. Everybody's looking at me. I'm like, oh my God. She finally came, and she's not ready. And then the venue space that she rented was so small. She was doing her ceremony and her reception in the same space. So I had to literally block off the reception and ceremony space so people can see what we was doing. And then on top of that, the hours that she rented for the space was very limited. So I didn't have enough time to set up both ceremony and decor because she's went with a little time. And when she finally came, she had a dress in the bathroom. I mean, the bathroom was so tight. So we literally had to like cover her with blankets and stuff just to get her outside. And at that time, guests was already there. So it's like we had to cover her so the guests don't see her coming in to this, like literally coming in her wedding dress. And fast forward, the wedding went on and everything went off fine. It's time to serve her food. There were not enough plates, not enough utensils. The person that was supposed to bring it didn't bring it at all. So we call on people to try to go. I had to send my mother. I had to send my mom to the dollar store to go buy serving plates and other stuff like lighter fluids to try to warm her food. And I mind you, I was even a kid. I'm not a caterer. She brought her own caterer. Well, she didn't use a caterer. She brings family and friends. And the food they bought, it was so cold. I mean, it was so cold. It looked and then it looked cold and it looked bad. Oh my god. It was horrible. From start to finish, it was horrible. The design was beautiful, I will say that. But the design didn't fit the bride. I mean, we literally had to reuse, like go to the table where people were sitting as they got done eating because they didn't bring enough plates and there was not enough time to do that. Like rewash plates in the bathroom sink. I know, yuck. Just for people to be able to eat because there was not enough light. The food was so cold, everything was cold. So the guests ate cold food. It was bad. And then time for and one of the mistakes that I made, she didn't have. She asked me, "Oh, I'm running late. Can you just put a deposit down to hold the venue, for just in case if the time go on over?" Um, she never did. Told me that in actuality that because she said I will bring it when I'm coming. When she came, I asked her for the money. She said, "Oh, I don't have anything on me. I will give it to you later." And on top of that, they when the wedding was over, the people kept my deposit because it was late. Um, I never up to this point I never got that money back. But to just to summarize everything, what I learned from that, as horrible as that was, as tragic it was, it helped me structure my business. One, I realized that I have to have a solid rock contract for everything. Two, not every business is a good business. Sometimes it's rather to take the lost. Three, I had a bad experience from that thing. My staff had a bad experience, and I didn't make not a single profit. I lost. I had to pay my staff out of pocket. Most of the things that I got, I had to do it out of pocket because a lot of the expenses was incurred because I was so desperate for a client at that time. In the end, I did get the client, but the experience was horrible. But it taught me a lot of lessons. Out of that, it, it structured the foundation of my business, what to do and what not to do next, which road to take. We've passed the thing, what things when you get in a client, what some of the things you need to talk about, what some of the air things you're talking about. And as I said in the first video, yes, you may know how to plan. You might be a great, but like I said, the wedding was beautiful, but the background to it all, those are things that I had to take time to really research and really learn. So that helped me dig deeper into that. And at that time, I was in certifying my business. I have business experience. I had the knowledge, but I didn't have all the tools and things I need to help my business. So moving forward to everybody, no matter what you do, learn to say no. Learn to it is best to not have any clients at all than have the wrong client. Because what that wrong client would do is make the work 10 times higher. And sometimes you don't want the bad press that comes from there because when people might look at it from the outside, they may not notice that that couple was the reason why things went away. But because your name is behind it, we associate that, oh, everything didn't go good. But at least the good thing, people, thank God for me that everybody was happy. There was a client, somebody that wanted to utilize my service after that wedding, but I respectfully declined. I guess the trauma, because she was so close to the person, the trauma and torture from that, I didn't want to relive that again because I also, like I said, I needed time to put my business in the right space, in the right things to do. So I didn't do that. But as we continue on this journey, there's going to be many, many more stories and many more things that will help each and every one to do the business. Thanks for watching. Please share, like, and follow. As I said, my name is Linda Gundo. I am the CEO and founder of Linda's Profession Creation. I hope this will help you guys. Um, you can learn something from my mistakes, help you guys move forward, and be able to go on this journey with me as I go, experience new world and experience new things. Thank you. You have a great day. Bye.